DL Cast. And this is a podcast that has to do with in the life of a gay man. He's over there. This is Todd, everybody.
Hello.
A good friend of mine. So
That doesn't make him gay.
no. Now I'm feeling a little light in the loafers.
Have another drink, you'll feel much better.
Right. I mean, how are you doing? How you feeling?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
Like, a long day. I'm a little frustrated with the computer, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Could be worse. Have a computer.
I didn't have one for that long, so I just own one now. That's why I'm not very good at it. 'Cause I
Hey, at
haven't
least you can push the buttons.
Yeah, I could do that. So, you're gay.
No, my husband is.
But you had a wife.
Two.
Wives. You've been married twice.
Twice.
Wow.
And they were real women.
Oh, I believe you. Because you have Brad. How many other
Yeah,
children
I
do you
still have
have?
the stretch marks to prove that.
Still shedding off baby weight.
And I'm not transgender. No offense.
No? You got to pull the mic a little bit closer to your face and off your shirt. So pick it up. Yeah. And I'll put that big black thing right by your lips. And don't be scared.
Oh,
There.
trust
Oh.
me, I'm not.
Right there. So you're married.
Yes.
How'd you know when you were...
Like 3.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And you just fought through it?
Oh, yeah, because that's how you're raised, you know. Small town world, it's like you go with the flow. You're going to be married. You're going to have children. You know, that's your life. Work your ass off till you die.
You go to church a lot during this time?
I went to church a lot. I went to a lot of different churches.
Yeah?
Just-
Baptist and you name it.
Baptist was the main one because that's where we came from, and didn't like that so much. Assembly of God, Nazarene, Catholic, did it all.
Wow. That's insane. My dad was
Yeah.
in the Catholic Church and he never pushed it on me one time.
No.
What year was this, by the way?
This all started in 75 when I started going to church and checking out life, and yeah.
And you like some women. Of course, you had some
Well, I liked a
attraction.
lot of women.
There's some attraction there.
Yeah,
Women are beautiful.
absolutely
And
beautiful.
they're powerful.
Very powerful.
Yes. They made us.
Do something that we may not have wanted to do.
Yeah, no, spawn demons. I know, but they're powerful, and I love women.
Me too. Yep. Had a lot of good times, a lot of good dates, a lot of fun. Married twice. Don't regret it. It was good.
Yeah,
Have a great son. Can't ask for better than that.
yeah, he's a good guy. Only one
Yes.
kid.
That I know of.
That is even better.
Even
That is
better.
Even better.
I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it. I've probably had more women by accident than most straight men have on purpose.
I believe that you're smooth.
Oh, yeah.
You have that confidence about you.
Ooh, confidence. Charisma.
Is it charisma? Oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're smooth. And now I see how this goes. Is that you came out, and now the women just flock to you because it's like that forbidden fruit that they can't get a hold of.
Yeah, and it was kind of that way before, so they might have known then, too.
More than you've known.
Right. Yeah, as I talk to old friends and acquaintances, they're like, yeah, I knew. I always knew. Just waited for you to come out.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no surprise.
To most people, but to me it was devastating to even say it.
Just to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it depressing?
Yeah, it could be at times.
Emotional?
Yeah. You go through a lot because you come from a family that's like, no.
Right, that is not
Yeah.
allowed.
Right. Family and community.
And the prejudice and the discrimination and everything else that follows.
The abuse, everything that would go with that. Yeah.
So, what year did you get a divorce? In the 80s?
My first divorce was in 96, 7, 8, 98.
And you got married to a woman again
A year later.
a year later.
And that was awesome. We had some good connection, but obviously it wasn't everything. And we divorced within, I think it was about a year and a half after our wedding.
Just wasn't right.
No.
Just never felt right, did it?
No. And as soon as that was going through, I'm like, you know what? What's over on the other side?
Just like that.
Yep.
Because now, did you move? Was it easier if you moved away from where
At that
you were
point,
at?
I couldn't move too far, but I did. I did eventually move. And not too far, but about 3 years, and then I finally moved out the complete area.
And then it was much easier because
Oh,
now
yeah.
no one knew you.
Right.
It's like going to LA or San Francisco,
Right.
and you can be whoever you want to be at that time.
Exactly. And
Right.
I used to leave town and go to town within 70 miles, go party and hang out and get to know gay people and be like, oh, and then go back home to my simple little world and go to work and,
No one knows.
right, keep it low.
Keep it low key.
As a family passed away that would have been offended or upset about it, then it didn't matter anymore. It was like, oh, I can live my life.
Oh,
So, yeah.
oh, that must have been really nice.
Yeah. But it was weird, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet. That whole emotional losing parents but gaining a life
Right. Exactly.
felt empowering.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you finally knew who you were.
Well, being who I
And,
was. Yeah.
embraced it.
Right. Right.
Oh, man. Must have been exhilarating.
It was.
How was the gay scene back then? And what year was it?
That would have been 2000 is actually when I started putting my foot out into it, but I didn't really step into it too deep until about 2003 and 4.
Any boyfriends in those times?
Short term, a lot of dating.
Kind of feeling it out?
Yeah, checking it out, being like, gosh, I don't know if I fit into this world. I don't think I'm gay enough for these guys.
Yeah, like
You know,
you're not super flamboyant, so
Right.
that what your ultimate perception is, hey, let's go play. I don't know what to say,
Yeah, I don't fart rainbows out my ass.
but you do fart.
No.
Just rainbows,
Yes.
butterflies.
No butterflies, they flutter.
Have you heard of furries?
Furbies. Or furry. Oh, the furries?
Yeah, have you heard of furries?
I've heard of them. I've seen them.
And then these big tech companies that
yeah.
these people are asking for litter boxes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and they have to abide by the rules, so they got to get them litter boxes for these rooms and stuff.
I haven't heard
So,
that one, but that's great.
How do you feel about that?
Well, because I had to live my life in a box, I think that if they want a shit box, they should have it.
Yeah?
You know
Just roll it.
Yeah, I mean, just because I don't think it's good for me doesn't mean it's not good for them.
Right.
Do we all think it's a little awkward? Of course we do. That's how we're raised.
So everybody feels the same,
Yeah.
but I bet you it took them a lot of courage to
Oh my gosh, yeah.
go that way too.
I would totally imagine.
Yeah. It'd be a lot more difficult to identify as a furry
Right.
as I would probably come out gay before I was a furry because I think
Right.
that would be the easier route.
Which is like stepping
But
out.
we're also talking 2019.
2000s, yeah.
Yeah. Which now it's really easy to
Things
be-
are way more open, yeah.
Yeah, back in the 90s it was definitely...
You always came out bi and then gay.
Oh, so that's how you
Yeah,
transferred.
that's how it
Just-
works. I never really admitted that, but
You
that's how
play-
most people do.
You
yeah.
play the whole field,
Yep.
both sides,
And you kind of crawl out into the...
and maybe you like one more than the other.
Right. Right.
Did you have long-term relationships with men before your marriage? Or when you made eye contact with him, was he like, this is the dude?
Yeah, I had some non-sexual relationships that would have been totally sexual if I was more open to it. As I look back, it's
Right.
like, oh wow, wait a minute, maybe I did have a boyfriend. We just didn't have sex, you know.
Would your come online be like, hey, you want to hit the gym? I mean, how's this
I was
work?
never a gym boy, right? When I got online, I was just like, I was
Oh, it was
petrified.
online dating at this time.
When I first started
Was it
meeting more
Grindr?
people- No, that's too new.
That is too.
It
new.
was gay.com,
Oh, it was a .com.
and
This
I was
is AOL dial-up days.
right.
Oh, you'd
Right.
take forever.
Yeah, but you waited so patiently for that answer
Oh,
or that
right.
response or somebody to say something,
To get a community of these people,
right?
probably that'd make life a lot easier.
Yeah, and it was kind of interesting because I was nervous about meeting them. If I talked to them online, I'm thinking, because I have a child in my life and I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, and yeah, so I did a lot of talking, but I wouldn't meet.
Right. Because you're not sure if the pitcher met with the dude.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Oh yeah.
Or if he's there to just strangle you. 'Cause
Right.
that stuff is very possible
Right.
out there. Even in the straight dating world, you can imagine how scary some women
yeah.
are.
Right.
Same thing, just an overpowering dude that's on a rampage.
Yeah, and it's more and more every day.
Yeah.
Back then, you just thought about it because it really happened, you know?
Because, I mean, you could still pick up a hitchhiker
Right.
and be okay with it. Now I don't even throw quarters to bums.
We
Like,
used to
they
throw
probably get in their
pennies.
Maserati
Yeah.
and drive off in their Maserati. And I'm like, oh, man.
We're like, what's that quarter? They're
Right.
$1.
This guy doesn't work. He's a millionaire. He's just bored. You never know.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. People just changing the things around and whatnot. I want to know this Harvey character.
Harvey?
Harvey. Who is he?
He was a
And
step
who is
grandpa.
he to you?
Step grandpa.
Did he mean a lot to you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of encouraging words, or
Well, you know, growing up, we had him as a step grandpa. He never let us call him by his name or by grandpa. It was always Harvey.
really?
And then as he got older and needed care, and I got to take care of him, it was still Harvey. So, yeah.
Wow.
He's a character.
World War guy.
Oh, what's that?
World War. Served in the.
Oh, no. He actually was a foreign immigrant until about 9 years before he died.
Really?
Yeah. But none of us knew that.
Where was he from?
Canada.
When you said it, I was thinking, what island?
Oh, I'm sure there is one.
He's from Canada.
Canada, yeah.
Huh. On a visa.
And on nothing at that point.
Oh, he just jumped aboard? Or?
Married my grandma, but, you know, that was
Really?
years ago.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Just living life down here.
Just living life. Had his own business.
In where? North Idaho?
Yep. North Idaho.
Oh, so he didn't leave even that far away from Canada.
Nope.
He could still run back just in case the United States decided to do something stupid.
Right. Right.
I could walk.
I'm out.
Right, I'm out. I'm going back.
Yeah.
Here's my Canadian license.
I'm going to go on the mountain that doesn't have a gate.
Right. Well, they don't. They just
Yeah.
have just trees that are cut down.
Right.
It's just oh well. We'll try him
An
again.
animal or who?
Right. Try again. Pretty crazy guy.
He was a lot of fun. He was demented, had alcohol dementia.
Oh,
So when Grandma passed, we took care of him, raised him, my son and I, and then my husband and I, and
oh,
so we raised him his last 7-8 years. I took care of him long before that too, but yeah, he was actually a lot of fun. Kept us
he must have meant a lot to you.
Yeah, he did.
That's a really tough gig.
Oh yeah, it was interesting.
And you still do the same thing as a career today.
I do hospice carry-out
Yeah. Jeez. You gotta have a huge heart for that.
or a numb brain.
Yeah, or just,
No.
yeah.
It's very fulfilling, absolutely fulfilling.
Do the people come and see these, like, families come see these people
Oh, yeah.
much?
A lot of them live at home still. Some are in facilities, don't have families. Some families just can't deal with them, so they don't come at all. But yeah,
That's a tough gig. I don't know.
it's pretty cool.
I'm still
actually.
I'm still in that stage of I don't want to die.
Oh no,
I'm gonna live forever.
they're there too, even though they're dying. Some of them.
Really?
Oh yeah. The good part is that when you're doing that part of their life, you're giving them support, and you get a fulfilled bucket list. You get to do fun things with them. You life reflecting. You learn things about people that their families don't even know.
At that point, I would strongly believe in psychedelics. At that point, I mean,
Some of them I think do.
like I don't. What are you gonna do?
Right.
You're not gonna take my birthday away.
Right.
Like,
right.
I know where I'm going.
Exactly.
Hand it over. I want to see some stuff. Like,
Right.
let me put on Alice in Wonderland, please.
Yeah.
Right?
Some people are like that.
Yeah. Just go balls out.
Yeah.
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 I think that'd be the way I would want to go.
I get to do a lot of different rides with people. Some people go maybe that way, and other people go with just the peace and comfort. And
Super depression.
there's a lot of depression, but most people face death by the end of it, or they're usually ready, or they find. That's what I get to help with, is that peace.
To get there.
Yeah. And sometimes you can't, and they have a little stronger
Will?
struggle at the end. And the ones that have strong wills, it takes a little bit longer to go. You die as you live, so imagine that.
We're all minutes
Yeah,
ticking off.
yeah,
Yeah. It's really strange to think about it that way.
yeah. It is.
We're here for very little time
Oh yeah,
as far as the big spectrum of things.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Before you know it, you're 95, laying in a bed, waiting to go.
Right. That's so
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
With a ton of stories that no one has ever heard.
Oh, and some of it is just amazing.
Some of these people are amazing.
War stories, POWs, prisoners of war.
Oh.
Took care of a lot. Learn a lot. Things they never told
How
their
about
own
the
families.
women though? That's what you don't hear too much of.
What's that?
Is that when I think of old people, I think of the men,
Mhm.
and then automatically think, okay, expecting the time, they're probably in the war, or they fled the war, or they
Right.
did something around the war. But how about the women?
Think
at that
about
same
that.
time period.
They supported their men. They were home alone. They went to work. That's when women had to work because the men were out.
So that's their stories.
Their
when they're
stories are
talking to you.
hardships and how they kept the family going and raised the children without their husbands and their boyfriends even at some cases.
Right,
A lot of them got married before they went away for war and then they never seen them again.
and they never came back.
And those stories are heartbreaking, but they also teach you a lot. You got to think about what you have now in the here and now.
So that's
Yeah.
you got a tough job.
No, absolutely wonderful job.
Yeah, I fix cars. I think that's the easiest thing in the world.
I couldn't do it, but I can sure blow a gasket.
You can wreck cars too.
Oh, very well. Yes.
Okay, so I've heard a few icebreakers from you. I got one.
Uh-huh.
So I had a car come in. The whole nose was wiped off of it, and I have a video of it. And I think I sent it to you. If not, I sent it to Brad. It was a car, and then I come across the side, and the back window said, "I'm so gay I can't drive straight." and this car is just annihilated, waiting to go to the crusher. I'm like, that is so true. Like,
Right.
I thought that was a pretty good sticker.
That is a really good sticker.
People make great stickers.
Makes you wonder, was it put on before or after the accident?
It's probably their third car.
Probably.
I'm sure.
That week.
This is what I'm giving you for Christmas. And a deductible, because I know what you're going to do with it. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, one of those things. Fantastic. So do you remember any of the rainbow days? Like, that's still a thing.
Oh, yeah. We were part of...
Was it, being from North Idaho, did you hear about any of the stuff happening in the 70s and 80s?
Well, we were pretty sheltered. We didn't hear a lot of stuff, and if it was something gay, it was wrong.
Oh, anything that came across
Anything
was
that
just
came
wrong.
across. We had a relative that was gay, but still married to the wife, had the children, and it was always like, that is so wrong. But everybody loved him.
He was saying it was wrong?
No,
Or
no
everybody
family, yeah.
knew?
Everybody's like, don't do that.
Really?
Yeah, but they lived together until he died, and then she died later. 5 children raised, and he was totally gay.
And they were happy, or?
No, he
You
was
think
an alcoholic.
It was a stressful life.
Right.
That's what we don't want to lead, is
No.
a stressful life.
That's part of the reason why I decided to come out and live my life.
Right. Yeah, don't want to fall into that deep depression.
No, absolutely not.
Alcoholism, cocaine, meth. There's a
Right.
lot of stuff happening in that culture.
Absolutely.
Where they're not it's just trying to fit in. So they think,
Right.
well, they probably have an addiction to something, and drugs just seems to slide right in.
Right. Well, and makes it easier to be who you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Just to kind of.
If you're drunk and oops, I hit on you. I'm sorry, I was drunk.
Oh, I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't mean that, but do you want to go?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
So, you don't have to name drop, but how about that one guy with the senator? You want to recap this for these people? You don't have to say any names.
Oh, I won't say no names. What about him?
Can you relay the story again? Because I'm not quite sure. I know everybody has heard it.
Everybody has heard it. It actually in a way, I think it was kind of an unfair situation. But without actually being there, we don't always know the full, true story.
Both sides.
Both sides. But I do believe it was probably a very good setup in the end. But in a way, it proves how the whole culture is. You know, you can't be who you are. Whether you're a politician, somebody less, whatever.
Right.
So therefore, both of these individuals obviously couldn't live their lives. And that's what turned into a nightmare for the politician.
Right. Because
Right.
he's tapped on the floor a few times in
Right.
the bathroom stall.
I tried that before. Some horn went off.
The lunk alarm or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I didn't do that
Maybe
again.
it's the toilet and the door slam. I'm out.
Somebody comes in, grabs you by the hair, and pulls you out.
You know,
You're done.
what's funny about that is that I look at the floor and I'm waiting for
Looking
the
for a
foot.
friend.
I'm waiting for a foot tap and I'm gonna stomp it.
You like that?
That's the problem. He probably grabbed my leg, dragged me underneath the stall, and fucking pants down already. Like that's like the worst time to get
Just hope
beat
you have
up.
a buzz.
The worst time to get beat up. Your pants around your ankles, like Yeah. So maybe I won't stumble. Maybe I'll just leave.
No, they probably ask you if you were in a cockfight.
Yes, King Rooster. Come to snuff the rooster. Oh, remember Lethal Weapon 33 and a half? Do you recall that movie at all?
I don't think so.
Do you remember any of the Lethal Weapons it was the comedy skits?
Kind of.
The 33 and a third.
Right.
Right. I remember this one scene that he was, because it was all parodies.
Right.
So he was going into the back of an alley, and these guys, of course, the persona is that they're village people.
Right.
Because
right,
it's an old movie.
Because that's what gays are.
Well, it was an old movie too, and they were doing the cockfight, but they were all in a circle.
Oh,
And
yeah. I remember
And all
that.
you see is the shadows. Stupid movies.
But you kept watching them.
Oh, of course. I was like, oh my God, is that a cockfight? Because we're not from Mexico. We have no idea that they fight roosters. I'm from
Right.
Spokane.
Spokane doesn't do that.
Very, very, not like super sheltered, but like,
little bit.
we didn't fight chickens.
That we know of.
No. But we did play a game called the Chicken Shit Game. Have you heard of this?
Maybe.
My dad's a farm boy. But we lived in
Should you
a
tell
valley,
them right now?
right? In a trailer,
Right. Oh, kind of tough.
mullet, and you load up all these squares with numbers, and whatever the chicken shit's on is the winning number. I was like probably 3. I would go around and hand beer to all my dad's buddies, and when I talked about a party in like 1985. My dad had the street lit. Like, this is a happening place. And I ended up filling up a gallon coin jar just full of quarters because I would go and deliver beer and they'd give me all
Tips.
the change, right? But my game was I had to change the sheets out from the chicken shit game.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah, they were running some kind of backyard gambling thing in my dad's
I
garage.
thought they only did that in Idaho.
We're awful close.
Yeah.
So the chicken shit game, I guess it's coming back.
Oh, no.
I recently seen it online. I'm like, my
know
dad,
that.
my fucking dad had something going. I knew he's fucking way ahead of his time. It's all the mescaline he took.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. And Quaaludes and cocaine, and my dad was a wild man.
You had to try it all.
Oh yeah, he was so like after he got out of the church deal,
Well, that would do it.
he set it off.
Right.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the boat races?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you have a good time there?
Always. Yeah. It's a rush.
Tell me about it, because I always wanted to go.
I have a friend that actually does some of that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the big boats, and they're doing the what is it? The what? Hydroplane
races,
Yeah,
yes.
that's awesome.
St. Joe, or no, it's on the Columbia River, right?
They do something on the Joe too.
Yeah, they do something on the Joe.
Because he lives down that way, but it's awesome, and the roar of the engine just makes your heart pound. You're just like, yeah.
And everybody's in the
The
party
adrenaline,
mood.
yep. The adrenaline is there. It's yeah.
It sounded so like a good time. My dad told me stories about that place.
I'm gonna try to go to one this summer.
I'm sure it's not like how it used to be.
They try.
They do?
Oh yeah. But now nothing's like it used to be because there's too many people saying, not that much.
Slow it down.
Please be careful.
Pump the brakes.
Twice.
Yes, and sleep in your car.
Without your keys.
Without the keys. I was just going to say the same thing. Ditch them keys.
Yeah, ditch them. Don't throw them in the bushes. You'll never get them
And
back.
sleep in the passenger seat.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what happened. I don't even know whose car this is. Sorry. So let's roll into this LGBTQ plus A910. It's really confusing to me.
I'm still learning.
You are.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So this is something that doesn't just fly, like you don't get a handbook for this, right?
Oh, you can get one.
Oh.
You probably need 10 or 12 of them because there's so many new things. So each sexuality is part of that, of course. And there's so much more that I didn't even know.
Right. Like the furries. They
Right, they're their own.
They're under their own
There's
thing.
asexuals, there's pansexuals.
So let's talk asexual.
Yeah.
What is that?
From what I understand, asexual doesn't pick one or the other. I'm not really exactly sure. They claim that they're not even doing sex.
Oh.
From what I understand. I'm still learning about that.
Oh. Well, they might lead a really the most less stress ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if they don't cross that line.
Yeah, they don't. They're friends with everybody.
And I don't think it lasts too long. I've not heard of anybody that's done it for very long, but I don't know that many either.
I'm sure there's a few 1%ers out there, though.
Right. Absolutely.
So the next one would be...
There's so many. Pansexuals.
What's that one?
I believe they're attracted to the person, not the sex, if I understand right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds normal.
Yeah, and that's kind of good.
Okay.
We would used to call that bisexual.
Right. That's not there anymore.
I guess. Well, although they do have the bisexual flag.
Right.
So.
Oh, so each individual letter has a flag that goes with it.
The letters are that's kind of old school. The
Kind of a vague
LGBT,
thing.
and then, yeah.
Why is it so new stream, it feels?
I think people have really discovered more about each individual, and they're going deeper into it than it's just you're not just gay, bi, or straight. There's so much more.
So there's not just two kinds of people anymore.
Right.
You're either like gay or lesbian,
Right.
or straight. So now now it just opened up Pandora's box.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I didn't even realize how much until I went to a gay prom here a couple of years ago. Looked up on the ceiling, and I can't tell you how many flags were hanging for each individual sexual orientation.
Hundreds? 10, 50?
Probably 50, something like that. There's a lot. And as I read up on it a little bit, there's hundreds of different. So you need to read up on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Pretty
is
interesting.
insane.
And I kind of get it, but that's even above my thoughts, you know.
Like, the only research I did was just the beginning
Right.
of the whole thing.
Right.
Where the Nazis gave them the triangle.
The
was
pink
it pink triangle?
Yeah.
Which they gave them something to represent, but I don't think that it's once the 70s have passed, they quickly dropped that because it was a hate thing more.
Right.
But
Murder.
it had something.
Right.
So they all got to, they must have had some sort of gathering.
Right.
I mean, hey, if you're going to stand up, might as well stand up tall.
Exactly.
Right. And hopefully not get murdered.
I think that was the main part of that one.
And then the flag, then the rainbow flag came into play and just kind of was like, yeah, we're going to jump underneath this one.
That is amazing.
This is a new start.
Yeah.
Let's turn a new leaf. Let's ditch that old thing. And this is there's bumper stickers.
Right. Yeah.
Little flags, big flags, mile-long flags. Tattoos. You have a tattoo?
I have 2 tattoos.
Of a rainbow.
One has a rainbow involved.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
What we're not gonna say.
Oh, I can show them. Probably not right now.
No, we're good. We're good. I've probably seen you on one of those videos.
Nope.
You got it right on your butt cheek.
No, I think I have the stamp tramp that says I think I'm gay.
I think
No.
Toot, toot.
I'm gay. Are you?
Or a little late if they're asking you.
Yeah, it's
or they're reading it.
I guess I am.
Oh, maybe.
let's just try this.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna jump on this parade.
Have you been to a gay parade?
I have not.
This would be the year.
Do you get discriminated against?
Absolutely.
Oh, you say it with some enthusiasm.
If you've ever heard of the Westboro Baptist Church,
Do they show up?
absolutely. Oh, yeah. And we just stand even taller.
I would show up just to razz them.
We don't do that no more because it feeds them. We don't want to fuel them.
Ah,
Yeah.
I get it.
You should come to one of them. It's actually very awesome. We used to be a big part of a group, which I won't say on air
Yeah.
or nothing, but we're a big part of a group that does education in the community. We did fundraisers to do that and to build the Pride Parade. It used to be like a half a street long. It now hits about the same equal amount as the Lilac Parade in Spokane.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
It's one of our biggest parades.
It is.
How do I not know about this thing?
You'll have to come and see it. First part of June.
Can I bring my wife and children?
Oh, absolutely.
Are they dressed?
Everybody's dressed to
Okay,
all sorts of things.
That's the only
You have to have certain
I don't
parts
take
covered.
my kids to mud bogs because of you never know what butt cheeks you're gonna see.
Well, yeah, you might
And
see
he's
that anywhere.
1 in 4, right?
There's rules and regulations that they have to follow, but if you go to the main part at the end, there's a lot of education and kid-friendly, family-friendly
Oh, at the end of
environment.
the parade, it's
Mhm.
a.
It's like a little carnival for kids to learn and families to learn about the environment.
I don't do Halloween.
What?
I don't do Halloween. I know that's one of your biggest things.
Yeah.
I would probably dress up for the Gay Pride Parade.
Oh, and you
Just
don't-
to support you.
Well, my son did, and his wife now.
Yeah, but they wouldn't dress up like I would.
They didn't.
I'm
dress
going
up.
chaps
Oh.
if I go.
The kids better stay at home then. They don't
Right,
see their
that's what
dads.
because I'm totally down with it. The assless
The
chaps
attention that
thing.
you get, you may not be able to handle.
It's just attention.
It's all fun.
Yeah, it's the same thing when girls flock to you.
Right.
Yeah, I'd be kicking them away. It'd be the first time I'd kick anybody away in my life. Like, get out of
You're like, I don't
here.
know, do you ever drink?
Right. There's a.
Madge?
Have you ever heard of Rufalin? No, I haven't. Right?
I'll try it.
One of those things. Uppers and downers.
Blowers.
You're right. And blowers. Love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when
So
is
you need
it?
to go.
What month is
The
it?
second weekend in June for Spokane.
The second weekend of June.
Yep.
You know why I haven't seen it?
Because you're always gone.
You know what the second weekend of June is?
Your anniversary? Nope, it's not that.
No. It's the Combine Derbies.
Might have to miss it once. Bring those guys over.
Yeah, those guys are the one of a kind.
A few of them were there too.
Oh, I could guarantee it.
Yeah.
They have bigwigs that show up and people build tractors for them, and they
yeah.
fly in, and they just drive these things.
That's
It's
cool.
a business.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, since they hit the internet, running combines into each other, doesn't that sound stupid?
I think it'd be fun.
After I said it,
It's like the watermelon crawl.
You know what was funny? One year they don't use seatbelts, and
Right.
and they're driving these big 5-ton grain trucks in a circle, like racing.
Right.
And one rolled over. He held onto the steering wheel, landed feet down through the window. They pull the truck back over, and all the beer cans just come tumbling out onto the racetrack. I was like, holy
no.
shit, he didn't even have a seatbelt on and no helmet. And look at all
And
those
he's
beer
drunk.
cans. Oh, yeah, just shit face. Driving dad's tractor. You know, he's probably pissed.
Not bad.
01. Big redneck shit. 01. There you go. Hey, be clever. Right?
Generally.
Generally. Yeah, maybe we'll skip out and show up.
Yeah, it's a good education thing. You know, there's a lot to be learned.
I don't even know. I was really contemplating on bringing a rainbow, buying one. I have no idea even where to support a rainbow flag. I have no idea.
Where to support? What do you mean?
I mean, like, where would you even buy a rainbow flag?
Oh, you can buy them in town. You can go to.
Maybe I
Right,
just
right,
don't
right,
open
so-
my eyes big enough.
Yeah, it's a lot easier nowadays than it used to be. But anybody that sells flags, they'll have them too. You see those guys out on the road with flags, they have them.
So, what do you think about these kids? This isn't a mainstream thing, do you think? Do you find it following in the mainstream since it's boom, like in your face, LBGTQ?
There for a while,
blah,
especially,
blah,
yeah.
blah. You know, they're always. It seems like you said, the Baptist church thing, where the louder you scream, the more traction they get.
Right.
It's the more they scream it, the more it changes ideology in these kids. Like,
Right.
I could totally get opening their mind
Right.
and like letting them express themselves in any way they want.
Right.
But how many are just following it because it's the trend?
I believe that. I believe that kids in school are like, I'm gay this week. You know,
Right.
It's just like wearing a new shirt for a while or a new pants. You know, those like Levi's back in the '80s. I'm into Levi's.
Right.
You
I
know?
got these new shoes
Now they're in to Levi's.
until they're out of
Levi's.
Until they just break the culture, or they're just
Right.
done with it.
or in all reality, they're just checking it out.
Right. Which
But at
is
an
just fine
earlier
too,
age.
because no one's getting hurt.
Right. You hope.
So the thing is that it's a completely different time than you were.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we didn't. There's no way in hell I would have said anything about being who I was
Like these
to
people
friends,
are like, hey,
family, or at school.
hey, Mom, I could be gay.
Or they're like, Mom, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go be with this guy tonight. You know?
Right.
They're like, huh?
You can't have Jimmy over. Why? Jimmy's fine.
He's a guy. We can hang out.
Right. It's
We're gonna
it's,
blow
Susie,
each other, but hey.
Susie.
Right.
You're supposed to look out for Mom.
Right. So
Wink,
Susie
wink.
get pregnant.
Right.
Johnny can't.
Johnny cannot
That we
get
know of.
pregnant. Yeah, maybe. We don't know.
Right.
So you know a few transgender? Am I saying that correctly?
Transgender.
Yeah.
If
You know,
I am?
Yeah. Do you know a few?
Oh, I know a few, yes. We have one on each side of the family. One going from a guy to a girl, one going from a girl to a guy.
A full transfer.
Yep. And they're both working on it. Neither one of them are at that point yet, but they're coming.
Happy.
Very happy at who they are. And I can speak for the one on my side of the family. Yeah, totally seen it from day one. But, you know, she was a girl, so that's what she was. But if she came out and said, hey, I've never felt right being a girl, and you listen to her and you're like, you know, you're right. I remember, you know, you lived a life as a... Although, when I was a little boy, I played with girls' things. I wanted to do girls' things, but I didn't want to be a girl. So it's not
So
necessarily
it's that.
So for them, it's something that's inside, just like for me. Okay, I'm gay, but I'm going to hide it. You know, so here
Right.
they are. How can I want to be this other complete gender?
Right.
You know, I thought it was bad trying to grow up and be gay and hide that, but how do you hide
How do you just
who
switch?
you feel you are?
Right.
You know, yeah.
And have to take all that criticism from
Right.
everybody.
And I used to be kind of like, what the hell? You were born with a penis. Keep it. It's a nice
Keep-
penis. You know, whatever.
That's a nice
You know?
one. Yeah.
It's like, you know, but I'm not the one that lives in that body.
Right. So
And just like people aren't the ones that live in my body. So when they're like, well, you can't be gay. Well, yeah, I am.
I can
You
be.
know.
Right. I
Yeah.
could be whoever I want to be.
And it's not even just want. It's we believe and have felt that for our whole lives. So I get it when they say, I've known my whole life. And people are like, oh, they couldn't have known. They're just a little girl or whatever. They know.
They know.
I believe it. And the only reason I believe it is because I've lived this part of my life where I'm like, I know who I am. You know, so.
I'm proud to say it.
Mm-hmm. Took a while.
Yeah. It was
Took a
probably a
long
rough
while.
road.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of hate
Yeah.
along that road.
Oh, yeah.
These
Family
kids
and
got it easy
community.
nowadays then.
To a degree, you know,
You
they
guys,
really do.
you guys really plowed the road.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some guys before you really just
The
dug
guys
a
before
trench.
me, yeah. The generation before me, even. Just the generation before, really.
Where people were getting killed over it.
Oh, yeah. And for years
lot
back.
more now.
People don't realize how far back this has been. It's not like a new thing. It's just more open because we have more media. We have more people. We have, you know.
Weren't the Romans into
The
it?
Romans were totally into... They had their boyfriends and their wives, you know. They had their life.
They had whores and wives.
Yeah, yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, they all the huge bathing parties and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm sure some stuff was going down.
Well, yeah, they washed each other's back.
Right, right. I know how men are.
Perverts.
Horny.
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 Yeah, they are.
Right.
I'm
So
glad I'm not a normal one.
right. I know. I am one. I can imagine.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it was just what your parents did, and okay, that's what you do, right?
Yeah. Right.
My dad fixes cars. I fix cars. I'm sure if we all you know what I mean?
Right. You just do it.
You just do it.
Yeah.
Never thought it was crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks to the church, kind of made everybody go crazy a little bit.
Yeah, you got to kind of look at it like that. Yeah.
A little bit. Because it was really open, and then it got closed off, and then it opened back up.
Right. And other cultures live it still to this day. So here's America, and we're like, oh, we're not going to do that.
Right.
In all reality, we're doing what nature says.
Yeah, because that's what you feel.
Yeah. Society closes it down, shuts the doors, puts up the four walls.
It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
Big
did it.
time.
I did it too, growing up, even though I was like, is that really right? But that's so gay, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna marry this woman
Right.
because that's what I believe that I should
be doing.
doing.
Yeah.
Right. That's
And she's all right.
right. It lasts a while.
Yeah, not too long.
Yeah.
4 years. First one.
Yeah.
Great kid, though. Yeah.
I love that man.
Yep.
He'll be on here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
Next
in trouble
Friday.
now.
Next Friday. Hopefully YouTube got their stuff fixed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
There's the internet has changed for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that rumor about the old government trying to shut down all the porn.
Good luck. They're the ones that started it.
And they couldn't shut it down.
That's not even right. Well, they did shut down some sites, I'll tell you, because a friend told me.
Right.
Yeah, they did. They got into some of them, and they really did. Tumblr used to have some gay sex, hetero sex, stuff like that on it. And
They completely
they've shut all
Tumblr
that down. Yeah.
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 Do you know they're getting 86% less?
86% last month.
Yeah. People going to their site since then?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just tumbled them. Right
People-
into the rocks.
Sex sells. You know, it doesn't
Everybody
matter.
knows that. It's
Yeah.
it's getting crazier though because now you don't see the hot chick on Carl's Jr. commercials anymore either.
That's because never mind.
Because his name is Carl.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, Carl.
Yeah, Carl, we didn't mean that.
Sorry, Carl. You're awesome, dude. But the chick dropping the sauce all over it. You don't see that no more.
Or the beer commercials where they're drinking the beer and it spills all over the front of them.
Right.
So what? Let it be.
Those commercials don't even exist.
No.
They just quit making them. So sex is over. It was.
So they put it in the movies.
Yeah.
Some really good scenes.
Yeah, they're getting pretty crazy. I like the straight actors that play gay actors. I think they do a very good job nowadays.
And a lot of them may be, but they're not ever going to admit it. You know, there's still that. There's
I didn't
still
even
a
think
little
that.
bit. Oh yeah. There's still a little bit there that kind of holds them back. You know,
Or their wife's fine with it.
or the wife and
Because
them.
there could be that too.
Right.
Whatever, as long as you're happy. I'm here
Exactly.
for you.
Exactly.
I need half your money.
Happy and money.
All
That
your
would
money.
be called a whore.
Hopefully you got a good, what do they call that before you get married?
Oh, prenup.
Prenup? Yeah, hopefully you got a good prenup.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people voted for gay marriage, by the way.
I think they
so
voted
you
for
guys
it.
can suffer.
Yeah,
just like
and we are.
everybody else suffers.
Yeah, we dived into that.
Right. Wouldn't it be, kind of nice, hindsight 2020?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's good.
Because you can be with somebody for the rest of your life.
You don't have to be married, yeah.
And you don't have to have the government sign your life away.
No, but everybody wants to do it.
So what's up with the taxes? That's what I want to know, because that was the whole turning point for the voting was
Right.
they need their taxes. You know what I mean? We're gay.
Right.
We're going to get married. That means we get tax exemptions. Is that true?
We don't get anything different than you do as a straight man.
Hosed, don't
Yep,
you?
everybody does. Everybody still gets hosed.
So it's not any different if you did taxes single.
No.
Right.
I mean, it protects you when it comes down to life's choices at the end of life, stuff like that.
Oh,
Because
makes
before,
it easier for...
because before you couldn't even step into the room if you weren't married to them, years back. And it didn't matter if you're a man or a woman. And then all of a sudden, when it was two gay guys, obviously the partner wasn't going to come in and make the choices. So now that helps that.
So I got another question. It's really confusing. Let's say I'm a new guy and I go to meet you, and do you say, "This is my husband"? And then do your kids go, "Is that Dad? This is Dad Jesse and Dad Todd"? How's that work?
Usually. It depends.
You've been on
the
that
person.
side of the fence a lot more than I have. So
yeah.
how's it come across to you?
Usually we'll introduce ourselves as husbands, and it depends on who they are. You know, sometimes you still have that protection up. You're just like, yeah, maybe they don't need to know right now.
So husbands, or there's another word for it that I was...
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, and I've never had to deal with that part yet. But I thought that was more, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. We have to look into that.
This is my lover.
My lover. I used to be a partner years ago. Yeah, that's what you're thinking
the word
of.
was.
Yeah.
Because I was introduced.
Everything was a
this
partner.
is my partner.
Yeah. Well, you have a partner
I looked
all
at,
the time.
like, I don't want to say his name. You've seen the Snapchat from my wife.
Right.
Those guys.
Okay. Yeah.
He said partner, and I said in crime.
Right. What did he say?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, maybe he didn't get that, like, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had no idea.
So you didn't realize they were
He
a
had
couple.
his ex-wife sitting on his lap, I believe, or right next to him.
So you're like, yeah.
Yeah, my partner's in the other room.
Oh, so you got a good business partner.
And I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm so confused. And then they kiss, and I'm like,
Oh, they're getting close.
dummy.
Well, you know, people just aren't, they just don't.
Well, you can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't say I'm gay.
Unless you have a rainbow tapped on your forehead, and you're like, that's my partner. Oh.
Right. Yeah. This is DL.
Right. I mean, I can be
That's
your partner tonight, right now.
Right. Or DL. I mean, that's my partner.
That's your partner.
Now it sounds really funny. Partner.
Partner
Yeah.
in crime.
Keep your powder dry.
And when you're
partner.
fighting, it's just their name.
I learned that one today. I did. I was like, I don't know what to call him. He goes, call him by his name, you stupid idiot. Oh, yeah, Todd. How stupid are we?
You know.
I was overthinking this really much all day.
See, that's
For like 3 days.
anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety. I didn't want to offend you. I don't want to...
You've known me long enough, can you?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think I could.
Because I can come back pretty hard.
Yeah. I just, yeah.
Yeah, you know, most of us are just people like you. Whoa, wait, we're all the same.
Yeah.
We're equal.
I breathe air.
You do?
Yeah.
Me
it's
too.
the
Sometimes there's something in my mouth, but I still
Right.
breathe the air.
Choke it.
Choke it.
Choking.
Yeah.
I tell my daughter to never fear anybody that breathes air
Because they're just like you.
because they're just humans.
Yep.
All of us. I mean, when we're talking robots, that scares me. Robots and asteroids. What scares you?
Yeah, that would scare me.
What scares you?
I don't know. I'm not too afraid.
No?
No, I've been through a lot as a gay man.
Deathly scared of asteroids.
Meteors, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That scares me.
That's real.
If you could go back in time, way back, to any time in the world, and be like a fly on the wall, per se, or a ghost, or whatever you want to say, what year, or what time frame, or what colonial deal would it be?
Victorian.
Yeah?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Is
And
that
also, I would like
Is that
to
the
be...
whole off with their head?
Right. But I'd only want to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty masculine shit back then.
Or remove their hand because they stole something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to be at the same time where those colonial people went to the first tribe and was like,
Oh, we got turkey.
here's a book that we need to read.
Right.
And I need you to follow it.
Okay.
Like, pop, 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 pop.
Well, you think about it. It's that easy
Should I
now.
shoot him with an arrow? Like, this is what these guys are thinking. What's these fancy clothes about? Like,
Right.
why are you wearing a wig?
What's up with this?
You're in the jungle, and they're trying to throw a Bible at him, and
But you must follow it.
I would love to be back in those times. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are all wrong.
I
Like,
would
we're
love to just see how
we're
that works.
fine.
We're okay with who we are.
Slam a Britain's, you know what I mean, a
Right.
flag. Like, this land is ours now. It's like,
Oh.
Okay, whatever.
I guess we'll move.
It's like a piece of cloth, and they're wearing nothing. Oh, I guess wait until they leave, and we'll use it
move
for
it.
fishing.
We'll move it to that other mountain. This is still ours.
Right? Remember fucking the tribe next door? Yeah,
one? Oh,
it's
yeah,
going
yeah.
there. It's going there.
They're moving out. I don't like them.
Yeah, I'd just throw that stupid book over there. I'd love to be back in those times. I think that would be the best time. I'm so glad you picked that time.
I think it would be very interesting.
Oh man.
And look at that in different countries at that point too. What was their sexuality like? Think about that.
Probably a lot like it is right now.
But more open there.
Way more open. Way less discrimination.
No stress on that part.
Right. There's
They
no
had wars to
discrimination.
fight. They had other things to do. Yeah. They didn't
Yeah.
have to worry about what that person was doing behind their closed door. You know?
And it wasn't like against the law to do that.
Right. Well, in some areas, different countries, of course it would be. And well, how did they handle that? They killed them.
Right.
I'm going to kill you because you like to get off. You know, with the person you're getting off with.
Well, there's that one tribe that just believe in drinking young sperm.
Right. I forgot about it. Yeah.
You
Is that wrong?
So they get all these young men
Right.
to make me live longer.
Yeah. Vitality. Yeah. I don't think
Fill it
that's
up,
wrong.
boys. Okay. Gonna live a long time.
Now, if we have a get together like that now, we're called pedophiles.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can't do that. No drinking kid sperm.
No, it's not
To make you live longer.
And don't offer candy.
That's the wrong kind of stem cells.
Well, maybe they just don't know yet.
He was getting close.
We'll just swallow this thought.
That's something. Like, he probably couldn't get a boner anymore.
Ooh.
So he was like, well, if I get some out of there, maybe mine will work.
Come back.
They don't think.
They didn't think about that, did they? Well, masculinity was always a part of human nature. So, yeah, I guess they probably did think about that.
Right, banging on their chest, being just brutes and being like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's gotta
Where's my
happen
cave
to
woman?
everybody.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
That's when we need to be a fly on the wall.
Yes. The first time the guy got impotent.
Be like, ooh.
Oh.
That's probably when he takes off to another island, builds a fire, and becomes a computer expert.
No, he climbed up to the top of the hills in the
And backed
mountains
off.
and decided not to speak anymore.
That would make sense. That's when yoga came in.
Said that, yeah. That's he's like, I'm just gonna focus my energy.
I'm all good. I
That's
can
what
do
he
this.
was doing. We just figured out the master
Oh my
of yoga.
God. Why did they ask
He was
us?
focusing on getting a boner.
So when I get there, I hope I can remember that that's what I'm doing.
Yes. So when you're doing the downward dog, I mean, listen to the poses.
What?
Right. Right. Just do a back bend. Right. No, they don't. It's a downward dog.
Downward dog.
Yeah.
Oof.
So what a lovely name. So where's the future gonna be?
Well, I can't get pregnant.
So you're not gonna have any more children?
Not that I know of, unless I can get really fast and go to the mall and pick a few up. Just kidding.
Just make sure you have those dark windows.
Really dark window.
Yes, yes. It screams, "Pull me over in a kid zone."
A little candy machine on the back, you know.
Right? Something
Right.
like that. There's just stupid music playing.
Yes, that's it. So the future for what? What are you thinking?
Do you think there's going to be a lot less discrimination against?
I think there's always going to be discrimination. I think it's a matter of how society handles it. And I think that we're on a good road.
Like you got to change the ideology of a lot of people to get them to
Yeah.
think a lot of different ways.
It's just like in the past, when they got the book.
Oh yeah.
We must go by this. This is the only way we're going to make it, and we're going to go to heaven. Now, I always consider myself Christian, so I like to believe that. But again, here's a new book. We're all going to be ourselves, and we shouldn't be condemned for who we are. So let's just live life and love one another. Oh, that was in the Bible too.
Oh yeah, love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor. It doesn't mean that we can't love them really close.
Yeah. Or love who they are.
Exactly.
It's just love the neighbor.
And it's like I
and
tell
don't
people.
kill anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there are a bunch of good rules.
Follow the 10 Commandments. You can't go wrong. That's what I used to tell the kids. You don't want to go to church? Okay, I'm okay with that. Follow the 10 Commandments. You tell me what they are, we're good.
There's gluttony in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the 10 Commandments? I forget all of them.
What?
Yeah.
I've been living every one of them.
Are you?
So you don't know the 10 Commandments?
I have read them a few times. I don't have them off the top of my head.
It's a good, what's the word? They're like bullet points.
Okay. How to live your life.
Yeah. And none of it, there's nothing wrong with any of it,
Everybody can fit underneath the 10 Commandments.
For the most part, yeah.
No one's exiled from it.
Right.
Right.
And, I told my son that. Just, fine, I'm not going to force you to go to church. He went to youth group. That was good for him. I don't know what he can tell me about it now, but I bet he can tell me more about the 10 Commandments.
Yeah? Oh, this is something that you
yeah.
kind of push the kids towards.
Just a little bit, just
a little nudge.
Yeah, because my grandparents were like, they beat their children basically to go to church. And my mom was like, well, you can go anywhere you want. Just don't become a Jehovah's Witness or a complete Catholic, or whatever.
Right.
And Mormons were fine at that point. She probably didn't realize everything there.
All the wives, right?
Well,
is that what you're talking
there's
about?
There's a lot. It's just a different.
There's a lot.
My opinion of it is completely different.
There's a lot.
And that's okay. Let them, you know what? If it works for them, let them live it. Right. Don't give it to me.
Right. Don't force it down my throat.
So I'm kind of like that. I think people need to just kind of be themselves, live their life their best they can, treat their people that they run into with kindness, a smile. And like my grandma used to say, there's no stranger out there. They're always a friend.
Oh.
So you live with that.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never met a stranger.
Oh.
And
that's a good way to look at it.
Yep. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Although, I say hi to a lot of people.
I say hi to people that don't want me to.
Yeah, me too.
I make them smile.
I work in a really shitty part of town.
Right.
And I say hi to all the crackheads.
And they're just like...
And they're like, they don't even... And a wave. They're like...
Well,
Do I know him?
That's the zombie world. That's where zombies came from.
Yeah, that's what I tell my kids. Those are zombies.
Yep. That's what I
tell
them. You don't want them.
I have a really sad story about the zombies.
Yeah?
I was filming them because I was like, yes, you should see them. They're trying to jump the fence, and they're hiding in, like, doorways and just peeking out and being weird. So one day I get to work early. I back into my parking stall, and I'm looking, and I see one hiding by a garbage can. I'm like, oh.
Interesting.
All right, pull my phone out. I zoom in. I'm like, this is a crackhead on the loose. This is a very popular,
Did you have him sign a disclosure?
No.
Oh,
I didn't.
He's gonna sue you.
But I was just gonna show my daughter. I was just gonna show her. A cop goes by. He runs out in the light, and come to find out, he's like 3 foot, 4 foot tall, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a child at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh wow.
I was like, oh, now I'm worried.
Right.
Oh, I put the camera was like
kid's not gonna watch this.
Right, yeah, there you are. I'm not even gonna show anybody. So he pops out, goes back, and I'm waiting, and he comes out, and he walks down the road, and I was like, okay. He crosses the road, comes to my side, and I'm like,
oh, shit.
I go, hey, do you need any help? And he's like, no, mister. And I'm like, whoa, mister. Yeah. Mister, 4:30 in the morning in Slumville. I'm like, this kid's educated. I go, hey man, I got $20. Go get something to eat. And he's, no, okay. All right. Do you need a ride? I mean, I'm just trying to be nice. I have a freaking car seat in my car. Like he couldn't see past, couldn't see past the bumper. But like, I'm a father. I'm a little worried.
Right.
I called the cops. I did the thing that I thought was correct.
Right.
So what I thought was a crackhead was a child. I called the cops. It took them 2 hours to get this kid in the car.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine where I told the cops, I go, don't take him home. Wherever he came from, don't take him there.
Right.
Can you imagine the life that kid, like the stresses of that whole world just stressed
And
me.
chances are he probably ended
That
up
day,
back there.
right, that day stressed me out.
Oh, yeah. That's a reality. It's right here.
In
Yeah.
America.
In our town.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That stuff stresses me out, and I was like, "Oh my god, that was my zombie story." Yeah, trying to catch a zombie caught kid, had to call the cops.
That's bad.
That is bad. So, how about with the forbidden words? You want to go there?
Sure, bring it.
Right. All these forbidden words now we're not supposed to say.
Right.
Who makes the fucking rules?
People that have feelings, they get hurt.
I was raised on the sticks and stones may
Break your bones
your
and names will never hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been, of course, psychologically wounded
Right.
by words. But on the other hand, I've
Made you
never,
who you are.
Yeah, I've never gotten a fight over somebody calling me names. It was always actions after the words.
Right.
Right. It was never the words.
The words weren't it. It was the look in their
And
eye.
some of them were really encouraging words.
Right.
Like, you suck. I mean,
I took that as a compliment.
that made me a better person.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to suck.
Who was I talking to today? We were talking about bullying. Can't remember who it was. They said, well, I think there should be a little bit of bullying because it makes you who you are. It makes you stronger. It makes you this and that. And I'm like, I agree with that. But there is the bullying that really hurts a person. But you don't know who that is or how it is until it happens, until it's over.
I think the bully draws the line at the internet.
Yeah.
Because my child was bullied the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I told her, because it was something about, she had a zit. She's
Right.
13. And I looked at her and I go, everybody has zits. You're going to get them when you're older.
And you're still beautiful.
This ain't going to go away.
Right.
And I said, at least she said it to your face. What'd you respond with? And she said, nothing clever because I'm not that, I can't think that fast. And I said, well, okay, we'll work on that. But at least she said it to her face. She came home. We have no Facebook, no nothing. It ended like...
It was over.
What, you don't want your face? Like...
Right.
She's just stupid kid shit. But it hurt her feelings. And then I was like, you're fine.
You're beautiful.
You know what you do? You need to come back with a better one. Or wait until she gets a zit on her face.
Be like, oh, I've got one? Oh, well, there's more to come.
Right, no big deal. But then where the line gets drawn is that when they get online, they say something stupid.
Right.
And then boom, 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 boom. Non-stop all day at home.
Yeah.
They go to school, same people. Come home, same people. Yeah.
Right.
Get off the internet.
That's a great word. Great way to do it.
Yeah. My kid has no stresses.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
good.
my homework.
Homework sucks. Yeah, I remember saying that too.
Right. Yeah, no doubt.
Right.
And when bullying in my school, I mean, I got shoved in trash cans.
It's your size.
Yes, it was my size. I was small, and I fit in
I was
one.
small. I was
really
very
well.
small until...
But first, I couldn't get out. And I wasn't heavy enough to tip him over.
That is the best.
Oh, it was horrible. What, butt first?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm a lot tougher guy.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, have you ever seen those milk commercials? I've been drinking milk and now I'm a big boy or whatever. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
About, 20 years ago maybe? I don't know. It's kind of funny because I was like the smallest kid in my class all the way through until like 9th grade. Then 9th grade, I had to take it over. We won't talk about that, but it moved up to the high school. So then we had 9th grade through 12th grade at the high school, and I went up there, and the kid that had bullied me from 7th to 9th grade now is shorter than me. And I wasn't a bully. I knew what it was like,
You were just on the other end of it.
But now I'm on the other end of it, so I'd walk behind him and give him flat tires. That means knock
the shoe off.
And he'd turn around and looked at me, and he says, I think I have that coming. I said, I'm not done yet. And I followed him for probably 2 or 3 months into the school. And finally he turned around and he says, I am sorry. I said, for what? He goes, for picking on you when you were a lot littler.
Because that's what it was called, picking on.
Yeah, picking on. And I said, you know what? That doesn't matter to me anymore. I just had to kind of see if I can do it back to you. And from that point on, we never did it again. It was over.
Oh.
But it was years of, oh my God, there's Pat again. He's such an ass. You know?
Right. It's that same guy.
But he got the feeling too. He's like, I didn't think you'd ever grow taller than me.
I never went very long being bullied.
It doesn't work well.
We just squashed it.
Yeah.
And you just get either beat up or wrestle, and next thing you know, you're playing kickball together.
I never liked to fight, so I just look at him like, huh, walk off.
You took it on the chin.
Oh yeah, and they'd just look at me like, he's no fun.
Like no fighting back, so there was no fire. Just
and then as I got older, I'd just throw the right words out, and they're like, shit, I ain't saying no more to him.
Right, yeah, you just went deep.
He just ate me up.
You just went deep. You pulled the machete out and just gonna gut you right here.
That's right.
Yes. Yes, that's evil. I was never quick-witted. I'm still not super fast.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, you're a lot faster than I am, for sure. Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is. What do you think about the transgender taking over world records? Do you think there should be rules and regulations to this? Or is this something that should be just left alone?
Here's what I think. When you go,
how would we best solve it? How's that sound?
Well, I think everybody should be put in a category, just like you do with weightlifting and not weightlifting, but wrestling. They challenge, they do all their challenge. I don't know what you call it, but you're doing all your weight test and your strength test and all that. See where you are. Then you get put in a bracket. You weigh 165. You have this strength, so you're in this bracket over here. I think they need to do that.
In weight groups, not necessarily genetics.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there's the guy that just turned into a girl, you got to remember this: if they've been through the whole process, most likely they're not as strong as they were as a guy, but they still might be because girls can be strong. Guys can be strong,
awful strong.
So maybe they need to do some more strengthening test, strength test where they see what their strengths are, and if they're like wham bam major, then you're not going to put them with the little lady that's or the little guy that's because in wrestling you don't put a guy that's
260 with 100-pounder.
Right, exactly. So maybe you do it that way, and we need to get to where we're like allowing people to compete, no matter who they are, just people. Right. That's what I believe.
Like a marathon.
Yeah.
Just run.
And why not? I mean, there's always the girls group and the boys group. I think that's time for change. It must be time for change. Right. I mean, what are they going to do? Say, they could say, if you're transgender, you can run in this unit. I mean, you could go there, but then they're picking people out.
So
just open it. Yeah.
Smaller groups.
Yeah, people. So open it up and be like, what's your strength? Okay, you're in this category. What's your strength? You're in this category. Right. Oh, you happen to be a boy. Oh, well. Wear a cap. Right. Whatever.
I always wanted to play volleyball as a kid.
Right.
In high school, but there was no men's volleyball league.
Right. Yeah,
nowadays, if I would be playing volleyball today.
Yeah.
Then no one would stop me.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, I would have a lot better. I always thought volleyball was a good time, but it was never a sport that I was allowed to play. But hopefully these high schools will open up,
Well, we just need to open our minds. Society was too tight. Well, we made technology, and now we have a broad span of life. Let's look around. Hey, there's more to it than just the girls' team, the boys' team.
There's no money in it either. All this stuff that, like, the world records and this and that way, you got your name. Yeah. Are you trying to get sponsored here? What are you trying to sell? Right. There's no money in it. There's no money in kickboxing. No. There's barely any money in beating each other up on the UFC. Not unless you're Conor McGregor. There ain't no money there. Those guys that we watch in the prelims, they get maybe just enough to pay for the food that got them there.
Or maybe the motel
right. Something. They get like a little benefit, but they barely get any money. So, I mean, they need to work on some skills.
Yeah. We just need to open up.
Right.
Just open up because society on the net, in the media, is going faster than what we're wanting to live. That's what the problem is. Think about that.
All this stuff is happening faster than we're moving.
Way faster than what we are as humans willing to open up to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do. Because I see technology leaping past humans.
Oh, completely. And we're doing it. Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
Absolutely.
Flies into outer space and comes back. This is my favorite complaint. They put their chip in.
Right.
And then they're like waiting. No time. I mean, really. Have you seen somebody write a check?
Right. It'll be just a minute.
They're freaking complaining. Oh, this is taking forever. It's gonna go to outer space. Right. Shoot to your bank. Come back to outer space. And back to this stupid cell tower on top of the... You know what I mean? Oh, right. Yeah, it took a long time. Yeah.
It was here about a minute.
The lady's still like... How much was it?
Or digging it out of their purse.
Oh, hold on, I gotta write it out long form. And $75.
And I gotta balance my book before I put this away. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god, quit complaining about some really easy stuff.
Right. Society just needs to grow a little bit and open up.
Yeah.
I can't say that now.
What do you think about the robots on commercials nowadays? You see how they're changing?
Oh yeah.
I call TV programming because that's what it is.
Right.
It's a TV program, and they're throwing these like robots out. That you see them in every commercial now. There's a robot in every commercial.
Right.
I think that's the next step to helping us.
Really grow,
you've seen gay people kiss on TV.
What?
And then pretty soon it started becoming,
it's okay.
It was always on film first.
Right.
And then it started coming out. It started becoming more okay. So I think they're starting the robots on TV.
It's like smoking on TV. That's where it all started.
Was huge.
Yeah. Well, it's not really started there, but when TV came out, yep.
Cruella de Vil in a cartoon.
The Marble Man.
Oh yeah. They're all smoking.
Yeah. I don't know why these people smoke these days.
I could smell them a mile away.
I know.
They're terrible.
It is awful.
Yeah, it is what it is. But do you think pot smells bad though?
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it either?
It used to be really offensive. Now you smell it all the time. So it's like, oh,
yeah. Well, we live in
that
Washington.
must not be good.
You drive by the buildings.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, shit.
I must have been around it enough because sometimes when I go by some of it, I'm like, that's really good shit. I don't even smoke.
I thought it was a skunk in my neighborhood. It was my neighbor's garage. One of those things. Like,
right.
I smoked that a long time.
It's like it just keeps hovering around.
The first time I smoked pot was with my dad. Everything was with my dad. And I smelt it and I go, I put two and two together. This is a smell I've been smelling my whole life.
You're like, where did that come from?
Like I walked in on his buddies and he's like, well, shit, you already got kicked out of school for selling pot.
You might as well.
You might as well smoke pot. All right, whatever. I was
funny.
So high on Christmas. It was just me and him watching the Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just laying underneath the Christmas tree like a cat. Those were good times.
Oh, yeah. Those chocolates hit a little different, though. Especially when you don't know you ate one.
Okay, so I tried one day to go to no man's land, right? So I ate, I don't know, almost 100 grams of edibles.
Oh, jeez.
I fucking had the biggest panic attack.
I bet.
I had to relax and just let it go.
Well, I won't say...
10.5 hours.
Oh, no. Mine only lasted about 6.
Oh, I was gone.
Because I don't do anything.
Right.
But it was chocolate, and it was in my car.
And you had to eat it.
And it was somebody else's in the family. We were going to a Christmas party that I usually help host.
Oh, no.
And, of course, it's there. So I eat it. The whole thing.
Right. Then you read the package. And
I didn't read it. No, it's like clear.
It's like cut it up in 4 squares.
It was, yeah. It was totally clear. It was really hard to get into, but it was chocolate.
Yeah, you get into it.
I want
it's chocolate, yeah.
I eat it, and I'm sitting there, and the husband looks at me, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I don't feel too great." And he looks around the room, and he's like, "Oh, shit."
It's hitting him.
And he didn't want to tell me nothing, but he's like, we should probably go pretty soon if you don't feel good. We get in the car and he's like, how you feeling? I'm like, I just feel really... He goes, do you feel numb? You feel good? You feel... I said, I feel really numb and dazed and weird. And I said, I need to go lay down. I might vomit.
Oh, no way.
He's like, well, did you get into some chocolates? I said, are you freaking kidding me? Well, didn't you think it was hard to get into the package? I said, it was chocolate.
Right. I'm getting...
I'm eating it.
Pocket knife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So then I have to tell my whole family later because they know that I don't do shit except for drink.
Right.
I'm like, sorry about the party. I was a little under the weather because I ate somebody's chocolate. Of course, my brother is the most straight-laced one, and he's like, I can't believe that shit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Off with his head.
And then he laughed.
Out to the tree.
Go to the shed. It'll be more fun.
Right. Whips and chains and handcuffs.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think of the New World, like they just put those. I like the colonial times, so like these. They put the wolves back in Yellowstone and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All these. We're gonna let all these creatures out, and then it's gonna force them all back into this civilization, and we're gonna get them with them phones.
Right. I can see that.
Yeah. Get them out of the woods. Damn them. What else can we put in there? Yes, more lions.
Tourist.
More lions.
Yeah. Tourist is kibbles and bits for
Right.
the creatures.
Let's bring back the woolly mammoth. Yeah. Next
Yeah.
is a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, that's all we need.
Fucking like. Oh, so this is my this is a good theory. I was gonna try this one. Maybe never. But how about, let's say, you know how phones are taking over the world?
Right.
Seems like everybody's on them. You go to a restaurant and they're on their fucking phone. Like groups of tables of kids and parents.
When they should be talking to each other.
Yeah, like we are.
Right.
How about if you
Not
let...
on our phones.
Right. How about if you let, you know, a wolf, a pack of wolves loose in the city every once in a while.
Right.
Yeah. So you're sitting there looking at your phone. You know, at least people would start looking around,
No,
right?
here's the thing. They would be trying to get pictures and selfies with them, and then they would die.
Well, it's just gonna knock the population. Like, next thing you know,
Population control.
is just like half the people.
Then we can start it over and do it right.
I was like, God, that would be a good idea.
Let's take them to Washington, D.C.
I am thinking just like the old times. Like, what the fuck am I thinking? That is a stupid idea. That would never pass. Yes, let's let a pack of wolves loose.
Just a pack.
Yeah, just 12. hungry gray wolves.
That's all you need.
You're fine. Just every time you go outside, you're just like...
Yeah, that might make you think.
You really, instead of texting...
I've seen that wolf. It's eating me.
Instead of texting, because that takes a while.
Right.
Hey, have you been outside lately?
We're now talking on the phone.
It's like walkie-fucking-talkie.
But at least I'm finally talking.
Yes, or the CB.
Oh, the CBs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I see him on Main Street. Over and out. 10-4, big buddy. What's your 20? I said sprig. You know? Sprigging what? I'm trying to hit the boss. I'm scared.
It's 10:40.
What's 1020? Jesus, you're confusing me.
That's where they got 420 from.
And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I
Did you give
don't
me
know.
code?
I don't know that. I'm about to get eaten and I don't know Morse code. I'm an idiot.
I'm dying.
Right. How can you not get to clicks? Click, click, click. Click, click, click. That's a SOS, motherfucker.
Call me back.
Call me when you figure it out.
Pick up my body.
I just think these things out of the blue and whatnot.
That's special.
Yeah, it is special. My other question is that the prison system.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's a horrible deal.
As in which way?
They're trying to keep them full for federal money. I don't think that's a great thing.
You know, it'll never be right. But They need to really think about who they're putting in and who they're leaving out. Because there's so many people that probably should be in there, and half of them that are in there should probably be out. It's just like everything else. They need to look at the regulations and be like, hey, maybe this isn't working so well. Let's revamp it. You know? Just like their political ways.
We're so slow in revamping things in the United States.
Right. But that's the government for you.
So slow. They're so worried about politicking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to get voted back in. You just got voted in. I'm going to start another one.
Right.
Where's all the money?
Right.
I'm going to go back out on the road. I'm not going to do a damn thing.
I wonder how many of them would fight to be a president if there was no money.
Then at least, well, there isn't any money.
I mean, at all.
Well, if they took the money away from the campaign trail,
It'd be over.
then it would be who is really in it for a good idea.
Right.
And I've heard another way. Why are we only hiring one?
Right.
Why the fuck don't we have 6 really intelligent guys?
I like it how they say Democrat, Republican. Democrats are wrong, Republicans are right, vice versa, whatever. It's like maybe if we had a team of Democrats and a team of Republicans and they were all on the board, or maybe all of our representatives were just part of all of our movement.
I hate when they try to put somebody on a side. I'm not on a freaking side.
Right. I was raised Democrat. Doesn't mean I live it. I don't want to be a Republican because it's too conservative. Whatever. You know, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like right in the middle. I could go either way.
We knew that when we met you.
Yeah, you do know. You have, yes, you do know. It's just a matter of time, right? Isn't that what you're here for?
3 drinks.
Is this an intervention?
This is your intervention. I'd like to say right now, what you feel it on the inside will be felt on the outside eventually.
Nice. Well, if I like I said, if I could reconstruct a vagina, it'd be a foot long.
Foot long, inverted.
You said yours would be 6.
Oh,
that tells you where I would be at in my life.
Well, I'm not really a size queen now, am I?
No. That's what it is.
That's right.
I like those people that are like, it's a motion in the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
They're usually about 3 inches.
Yeah, I bet it is. And I'm packed like a field mouse, so look out.
Bless your heart.
Yes. So I don't let anybody down.
But in Idaho, if you're a field mouse with 2 inches, you just go really fast 6 times and they'll think it's 12.
Yeah, that's what I told my wife. I'll just fuck you twice.
Yep.
Yeah. You want your destination? There you go.
You can always throw in a foot and wiggle your toes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Crazy.
Yeah.
This has been a good time.
It has. I think we can hit a lot of different subjects.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're going to do this again?
Yes, indeed.
You got some good piece to tell everybody?
Ooh, live life, let people be who they are, and who cares what they're doing behind their closed door. Have a great time. Live it.
Love thou neighbor.
Love that, my Uber.
Love thou neighbor. And then let's get together and rewrite that book one more time.
Yes, we will.
DLCast, thanks for visiting. Keep your powder dry.